Let's start. Number 12. Navy Laca. Landing Craft Air Cushion. The Landing Craft Air Cushion LCAC is a class of air-cushioned landing craft hovercraft used by the United States Navy and the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force JMSDF. They transport weapons systems, equipment, cargo, and personnel from ship to shore and across the beach. It is to be replaced in U.S. service by the Ship-to-Shore Connector SSC. Two prototypes were built, Jeff A by Aerojet General and California Jeff B by Bell Aerospace. Jeff A had 4 rotating duct propellers. Jeff B had 2 duct rear propellers similar to the proposed SK-10, which was derived from the previous Bell SK-5SR-N5 hovercraft tested in Vietnam. Jeff B was selected for the LCAC. Jeff A was later modified for Arctic use and deployed in Prudhoe Bay to support offshore oil drilling. Number 11. Typhoon class submarine. The Typhoon ballistic missile nuclear-powered (SSBN) submarines are the largest submarines ever to be built. The Typhoon class, Project 941 Akula class, nuclear-powered ballistic missile (SSBN) submarines were constructed at the Severodvinsk shipyard on the White Sea near Archangel. The first of the 6 members of the class to be commissioned was Dmitry Donskoy, TK-208, in 1981. Followed by TK-202 in 1983, Simbirsk, TK-12 in 1984, TK-13 in 1985, Arkhangelsk, TK-17 in 1987, and Severstal, TK-20 in 1989. The submarines were stationed with the Russian Northern Fleet at Litsaguba. Dmitry Donskoy was relaunched following a refit to Project 941 Mauritanian Ugias in 2002 and is being used as a trial ship. The submarine was transitioned from the Northern Fleet to the Baltic to participate in the main naval parade, which was held in Kronstadt in 2017. Number 10. Jobaria Defense Systems Multiple Cradle Launcher. Jobaria Defense Systems Multiple Cradle Launcher, also called Jahannam Launcher, is an Emirati-made multiple rocket launcher unique to the United Arab Emirates Army. It has 240 tubes, making it the world's largest rocket artillery by tube count. It is thought to function as a combined form of BM-21 Grad multiple rocket launcher. It is developed by a joint venture, Al Jaber Land Systems. The United Arab Emirates Army made a request for a rocket artillery battery to be mounted on one vehicle, since the Army is using 6 vehicles, most likely BM-21 Grad, and 30 soldiers to do the same, 5, due to the small number of military personnel of the United Arab Emirates Army. The multiple cradle launcher has an advantage over the use of 6 vehicles, which require a team of 30 men. Number 9. The Caspian Sea Monster rises from the grave. Back in July 2020, after lying dormant for more than 3 decades, the Sea Monster of the Caspian, one of the most eye-catching flying machines ever built, was again on the move in what was, very likely, its final journey. It took 14 hours for a flotilla of 3 tugs and 2 escort vessels maneuvering slowly along the shores of the Caspian Sea to deliver their bulky, special cargo to its destination, a stretch of coast near Russia's southernmost point. It's here, next to the ancient city of Derbent, in Russia's Republic of Dagestan, that the 380-ton Lewin-class Ekranoplan has found its new, and most likely definitive, home. The last of its breed to sail the waters of the Caspian, Lewin was abandoned after the 1990s collapse of the Soviet Union, condemned to rust away at Caspian Naval Base, some 100 kilometers, 62 miles, up the coast from Derbent. Number 8. M3 Amphibious Bridging and Ferrying System. The M3 Amphibious Bridging and Ferrying System, also known as the M3 Amphibious Rig, is designed to ferry tanks and the M3 Amphibious Bridging and Ferrying System, also known as the M3 Amphibious Rig, is designed to ferry tanks and other vehicles across bodies of water. It functions as a 4-wheeled vehicle on roads and propels itself in water using 2 large aluminium pontoons that create buoyancy. When linked together, these pontoons form a bridge capable of supporting heavy battle tanks. The M3 was unveiled in 1992 by Eisenwerk Kaiserslautern, EWK, now General Dynamics European Land Systems, Germany. The UK and German armies ordered the first batch of 64 vehicles in 1994. It entered into service in 1996, replacing EWK's M2 Amphibious rig, which was in service for more than 25 years. The armies of the People's Republic of China and Singapore operate an upgraded version of the M3, called the M3G Military Float Bridge/Raft. Number 7. Zubr Landing Craft. The Zubr class air cushion landing craft is built by Almaz Shipbuilding in St. Petersburg. 3 Zubr class vessels have. The Zubr class air cushion landing craft is built by Almaz Shipbuilding in St. Petersburg. 3 Zubr class vessels have been in service with the Russian Navy since 1988, built by Almaz. 2 vessels are in the Ukrainian Navy, built by Moray Shipbuilding. The vessels are also in service with the Greek Navy. 3 vessels were commissioned in 2001. Kefalonia, L-180, was purchased used from the Russian Navy but has been upgraded. Ithaki, L-181, was completed by Moray Shipyard in Ukraine, and Zakynthos, L-183, was built new by Almaz. A 4th vessel, Kirkora, was launched in June 2004 at Almaz's St. Petersburg yard and was commissioned in January 2005. China plans to equip its navy with 4 Zubr-class vessels by 2012. Number 6. M104 Wolverine. Heavy Assault Bridge System H-82510. The fiscal year 2001 Army budget request included decisions to restructure or divest a number of programs in order to provide some of the resources to support its transformation to achieve the ambitious deployment goals outlined in the October 1999 Army Vision. The restructured programs are the Crusader and the Future Scout and Cavalry System. The divestitures include Heliborne Prophet, Air, MLRS Smart Tactical Rocket, MSTAR, Stinger Block 2, Command and Control Vehicle, C2V, Grizzly, Wolverine, and the Army Tactical Missile System Block IIA. Funding for these programs was reallocated to fund the Army Vision Transformation Strategy. Number 5. BVS-10 Viking. The BVS-10 Armored All-Terrain Tracked Carrier is a further development of the BV-206S. It was developed by Hägglunds in cooperation with UK Mod. Improvements are based on experience gained from more than 25 years of articulated vehicle design and production. The BVS-10 is in service with United Kingdom 143 and the Netherlands 74. It is locally known as the Viking in UK. This product name was later adopted by the Dutch Army. First vehicles were delivered in 2003. In 2009, France ordered a first batch of 53 vehicles out of a total of 129. In 2012, Sweden ordered 42 and later additional 102 of these all-terrain carriers. Vehicle consists of 2 articulated tracked units, linked by a steering mechanism. All 4 rubber tracks are driving continuously. Viking has the same superior mobility over rough terrain as its predecessor. Number 4. Tu-160 Blackjack Strategic Bomber. Tu-160 Supersonic Strategic Bomber, NATO reporting name of Blackjack, is a variable sweep-wing supersonic strategic missile carrier manufactured by the Tupolev Aircraft Research and Engineering Complex Joint Stock Company of Moscow and the Kazan-Gorbanov Aircraft Production Association in Tatarstan from 1980 to 1992. Majority of the deaths caused by the epidemic have been in China among all the countries affected by. Tu-160 Supersonic Strategic Bomber, NATO reporting name of Blackjack, is a variable sweep-wing supersonic strategic missile carrier manufactured by the Tupolev Aircraft Research and Engineering Complex Joint Stock Company of Moscow and the Kazan-Gorbanov Aircraft Production Association in Tatarstan from 1980 to 1992. Number 3. M1 Shredder. M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle. The M1150 Assault Breacher Vehicle, ABV, is a U.S. military mine and explosives clearing vehicle based on the M1 Abrams chassis, equipped with a mine plow and line charges. Its first large-scale use by the U.S. Marines was in the joint ISAF-Afghan Operation Moshtarak in southern Afghanistan during the war in Afghanistan in 2010 against the Taliban insurgency. These tracked combat vehicles were especially designed to clear pathways for troops and other vehicles through minefields and along roadside bombs and improvised explosive devices. The 72-ton, 40-foot, 15 long vehicles are based on the M1 Abrams with a 1,500 horsepower engine, but fitted with a .50 cal machine gun and a front-mounted 15-foot, 4.5 wide plow, supported by metallic skis that glide on the dirt and armed with nearly 7,000 pounds, 3,175 kilograms of explosives. Number 2. Zumwalt Class Destroyer. DDG-1000 Zumwalt Class Multi-Mission Destroyer. DDG-1000 Zumwalt, the first vessel built under the U.S. Department of Defense's DD-X program, was delivered to the U.S. Navy in May 2016. DDG-1000 Zumwalt, the first vessel built under the U.S. Department of Defense's DoD DD-X program, was delivered to the U.S. Navy in May 2016. The ship was commissioned for service in October 2016. The U.S. DoD renamed the DD-21 program as DD-X in November 2001. The program is focused on a family of advanced technology surface combatants rather than a single ship class.
And weapon systems.
Number 1. Nimitz Class Aircraft Carrier. The Nimitz-class aircraft carriers were the largest warships ever built until the commissioning of USS Gerald R. Ford in 2017. With over 6,000 personnel, crew and aircrew, the carrier has a displacement of 102,000 T and a flight deck length of 332.9 m. The Nimitz-class aircraft carriers were the largest warships ever built until the commissioning of USS Gerald R. Ford in 2017. With over 6,000 personnel, crew and aircrew, the carrier has a displacement of 102,000 T and a flight deck length of 332.9 m. All 10 nuclear-powered Nimitz-class carriers were built by Huntington Ingalls Industries Newport News Shipbuilding, now Northrop Grumman Ship Systems, based in Virginia. Tasked with a multi-mission attack/ASW role, the first of class, USS Nimitz, was commissioned in 1975. The last of the class, USS George H.W. Bush, CVN-77, was commissioned in January 2009.